you a noun or a verb?
When you ask yourself, who am I?
Have you ever wondered who's asking the question? Do you have a soul? What makes you joyful? Do you have a life purpose? Who are you? Vinny, thanks for coming by.
It's an honor to be here.
So I heard you had some questions for me today.
I did. I got a lot of questions, really serious, meaty questions. I hope we get to all of them. But my first one is, do you know what a Guido is?
Huh?
Do you know what a Guido is?
I don't. Should I?
No, well, a Guido just is like an orange skin, tan, muscle, a lot of
Just like me.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of gel in your hair. You do have the bling on your glasses, though. We wear a lot of bling.
You can show me the other accoutrements, and I'll be
right.
Authentic Guido.
Okay, good. My first question is, to help keep my anxiety in check, I always try to separate my thoughts from reality. But I can do this easily when I have some type of control in the situation. My question is how to become okay with realizing that some questions are out of your control and to still separate the emotions.
So as soon as you have the insight, I'm not my thoughts, then the second idea is, first of all, they come and they go. Mm-hmm. Okay, they don't, in fact, if you fight them, then they stay. Don't resist the thought, number one. Mm-hmm. Don't try to control it. Pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. And second, realize that it comes and goes. It's not you. Most people don't realize that they are not the story. They are actually the producer, director, choreographer, victim, hero, jailer, judge, and jury of their own story. Mm-hmm. So you should always ask yourself, are there other versions of this story? What is this story doing to me?
So like if my story is like, this plane is gonna crash, so like, is there another story of like, this plane is gonna land? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to have a great time on this flight.
Yeah.
Okay, when I get on a flight, my idea is, here's an opportunity to write a book. Mm-hmm. And I, in fact, wrote the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success in one flight from Singapore to Melbourne. Last week, I came from New York to LA, 5.5-hour flight. I listened to the most amazing music that I hadn't heard since childhood. Mm-hmm. By the time I landed here, I was intoxicated.
Nice.
I didn't want the flight to end.
My next question is more about faith and meaning. I try to form my own religious, beliefs, like my own spirituality. But I still, when I'm anxious, I still find myself yearning for that God that I can run to. Can you speak about like faith in ourselves and what to lean on to give us strength and confidence?
Okay, here's the way I would answer your questions. Forget about belief. There are 2 things you need: experience and knowledge. And if you have those, then you don't have to resort to belief. Now, on the other hand, faith is something different. Faith is the trust and the willingness to step into the unknown. And there's an insight here. Everything you know has already happened. It doesn't exist. From this second onwards, your life is in the unknown. In fact, when I was raising my children, I used to have a prayer with them every day. God, if you exist, make today even more uncertain than yesterday. Okay, I've talked about that because then the day would be an adventure.
My job is to party like a rock star, so how can I manage this crazy life and still be happy and stress-free?
So try this. First of all, don't change your life drastically, because you'll be unhappy and frustrated and you'll miss all that.
Yeah.
So don't try to change it, but change one thing at a time. Next time you go to a club, see if you can not drink at all. Mm-hmm. And then everything else, keep it the same.
Right.
And then next day you ask yourself, did I have a better time or not? Watching all the other people getting drunk. You can still have the sex if you want, but do it consciously. Okay?
I'll remember it this time.
Consciously, meaningfully, and with awareness. It's much better.
Well, then you have to teach me how to get girls without being drunk, because
that's part of your lack of self-esteem, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
You're so hung up on your self-image.
When I'm drunk, I'm Brad Pitt. I'm ready to go.
But
you know.
How about being Brad Pitt without being drunk? You have an underlying fear of rejection. Mm-hmm. underlying fear of lack of approval, and that is your, ego personality that for whatever reason, going back in your history, has a little bit of fear of that, and the only way to overcome that fear is dive into it.
But to get girls, just
do everything that comes to you naturally.
I can't believe I'm asking them how to get girls. That's so funny.
Well,
I definitely am not saying that you can't. I'm just, all right.
I call myself the pimp of the age of enlightenment.
Hell yeah.
So here's Vinny's book, Control the Crazy, Vinny G. It's on the New York Times bestseller list, and it's up to you to keep it now on the New York Times bestseller list. You sign it for me?
Oh, I would be honored. It's supposed to be the other way around. I'm not supposed to be signing a book for you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you so
very
much.
Well, thanks for coming back.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It was a big wake-up call to see that a lot of people, maybe the majority, perceived me to be a D-bag, a bully. I basically decided to start getting in shape because I wanted to get laid.
So did you get laid?
No, but as a result of getting in shape, have become happier than I've ever been before. I feel like the physical transformation has also manifested in a spiritual transformation. I'm feeling it so tangibly.